podcast host Jennifer Millard, who talked us through the launch of the rocket and explained how long it would take before it reaches the moon.
Once it's there, it'll orbit the moon a few times before attempting to deploy the lander and then the rover, which is contained within the lander. So yeah, we've got a little bit to wait. We're expecting it to get to the moon 23rd, 24th of August. That's the rough timeline. And then, yeah, hopefully India will become only the 4th nation to have a successful soft landing on the surface of the moon, which is absolutely incredible if you think about it. It's only the US, Russia and China that have achieved this. And yeah, India are going for it. You know, they haven't done too much in terms of space exploration. So this is a really ambitious mission, but that's what they tend to do. You know, they were the first Asian nation to reach Mars as well. They've got an orbiter around the moon now that's been operating for over 3 years very successfully as part of Chandrayaan-3. So yeah, expect great things from India and space in the future. So it was actually the Chandrayaan program that discovered water at the south pole of the moon and concretely discovered water on the moon. That was the first time that had ever been done. That was back in 2008. And then, of course, they're really making amazing progress, spending very little money on these projects. You know, when we look at NASA's, the budgets run into hundreds of millions, billions of dollars, whereas the Chandrayaan ones are doing it for $75 million, something like that. We spend more on making movies, and yet India are going to explore.
How are they able to do that so much more cheaply?
So again, it's doing things like taking their time, so using the least amount of fuel possible. That cuts down on the budget, using smaller craft. So this rover, you know, is not the sort of size of a car that you would expect with the Martian rovers. This one is on its biggest dimension. It's about 1 meter long. And so then that reduces the costs as well. You know, lower mass as well is always cheaper. And it's very, very specific targets. You know, we only expect this rover to be working for 1 lunar day. That's one of the things with the timing of this mission as well, is to get there for the start of a lunar day. So we've got that full 2 weeks to make the most of all of that solar power to charge the batteries. And so it means that India can do these extraordinary missions and extraordinary science on a very, very low budget, and does show that you don't need to spend all of this money necessarily to do amazing exploration in space.